Hello, my name is Chase Bowers, and I am the creator and founder of Shopified App. Super excited today to give you an overview of what Shopified App is and how it can help you to automate pretty much every part of your dropshipping business. So let's go ahead and dive in and get started. What you're looking at right now is Shopified App, the web application. Shopified App consists of two parts: the web application, which you see here, as well as a Chrome extension, which is right here. They basically work together to help automate things like importing products into your Shopify store or your e-com store. They also help you to do order fulfillment, so help you process your orders. So when customers order products from your store, Shopified App can help you automate the process of actually fulfilling those orders. Currently, the order fulfillment works with AliExpress.com, but the product import, actually importing products to your Shopify store, works with several stores. Then I'll kind of walk you through a lot of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the major features. There's tons and tons of stuff. I probably won't have time to show everything in this video, but I want to show the most impactful features up front. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and go to AliExpress.com. And you can see here I've typed in a search query of watch, so basically a men's watch. And right off the bat, you can see Shopified App at work. Now this is the Chrome extension at work here. We're basically taking all the search results from AliExpress and we're showing you the vendor rating, which you can find down here, but we move it up here so you can just basically scroll down the page and see it at work. And we also show you which items have ePacket shipping. Now, ePacket shipping is a form of shipping that typically gets to the destination faster, and it's typically a pretty good value. So there are things like DHL, but DHL for like one item typically is a lot of money. But you can get kind of the happy medium with ePacket. So this is a shipping method that a lot of people prefer to use. So we go ahead and display it up front and center for you to see and be able to find really quickly. We have a few other features that you can do as well. So you can actually, this actually shows you any new updates of Shopified App that are available for the Chrome extension. You basically can just click it right here. You'll get the latest version, which is really cool. And then once you've updated it, you can basically just refresh the page and all of your updates have taken place for you. So you still see the ePacket here, and now I can click on this and look at these options that I get. So I can enable or disable ePacket identifications, which is really cool. I can hide products without ePacket, which basically just grays them out. I can still hover over them, but it visually removes them, which is nice to have. I can also hide non-top rated sellers. So you'll notice if I click this, many of the sellers go away. If I keep scrolling, yeah, so there's not a lot of top rated sellers here. Looks like we have one right here. And look, watch what happens when I hover over this. You'll notice that they had this badge that this indicates that they are a top rated seller. So if you wanted to just find top rated sellers, this is a feature that you can use as well. So you have all of these features just for product research. Now, once you find a product that you like, this is where some of the magic starts to happen. You can really start to see the benefits of having an application that helps automate a lot of these processes. So I found this watch. I would like to add it to my store. Typically, you have to go through the process of downloading all of these product images, which on its own is really hard to do. You can see I can't really just click and drag. It's dragging a URL. Some people try to do screenshots, which is fine, but again, that's a pain. To add something like this to your store manually, it can take up to 15 minutes, 20 minutes or more, depending on how fast you are, how familiar you are, and just trying to deal with all of these images. A lot of it has to do as well with how many variants the product has. You can see this one has 5 variants. So with Shopified App though, it's super easy. You basically go over here and click on the product extension. Let me refresh the page because I remember I updated my extension to the latest version. which requires me just to refresh the page on any tabs that I had previously opened. And you can see it's working fine here. I can do tons of stuff. I can change the title right here. So I can say, let's see, I'll just put something here, classic men's watch in silver or gold. And you can put whatever you want here for the title. You can change the price. We give you some automatic margins that you can use to mark up the price. Or if you just want to set the price yourself, you can just manually go in here. Say I want to sell it for $79. Compare it at, let's go with 149. You can set a custom weight if you'd like. You have the type, so I'm just going to put men's watch. I can tag it with watch, men's, anything I want to do there. We also save the vendor information for you. Most themes don't show this information, but it's nice just to know which vendor that it came from. Then you can see here are the variants. Typically, I recommend leaving them as they are, just to go ahead and get them into your store. And you can do a custom description, and you can we have some different options to do a custom description. You can pull the original description. We have what's called a simplified description, and so forth. You can do notes, and there's images. So once you're familiar with all of this, it's super simple. You basically go up here, click it, you fill in all your settings like you want them. You choose your store if you have multiple stores connected to Shopified App. You can simply either hit save for later, which is pretty quick. So that's done, that's saved inside of the web application, which we talked about earlier. Or you can send this straight to your store. So I would just pick a store here. I'll send it to the southbound store. Click send to Shopify. And now it's going through, and this is the process where it takes it from about 15 minutes to about 10-15 seconds or so. It actually is connecting with the API. It's uploading all the variants, and you can see that it's already finished. Now I have that product inside of my store in a matter of just a few seconds. Let me go ahead and log in, and we can take a look at it. So this is what's really, really cool. So put in my custom description that I used. We have the product type. You can see all the tags that I put in there, the vendors saved, all of these images. This is one of the most amazing things because this is the part that takes forever. You can delete images or do whatever you want, but you can see they're already tied to the variants. Now I can go in if I wanted to and change these names if I wanted to make them uppercase or just change them to something else. But by leaving them as they are up front, it automatically ties those images to the variants, which is really, really cool. And pretty much this is ready to view out of the box. Obviously you can make any other changes that you want, but you can see here, looks great. Now this is just kind of one of the default themes of Shopify, but it looks great here. You can see all of this works right out of the box. So those are a few huge features. The other thing that it does is to help process orders. And this is where it can be a huge time saver, especially as you start getting your Shopify store up and running, and then you hit a big winner. You find a product that sells, and you start getting hundreds of orders. You're going to need something to help automate this because it's really hard to keep up with all of those orders if you're trying to do it manually. So we make it super easy to fulfill orders. So we can take a quick look at that as well. All right, let's go over to the orders section of Shopified App and take a look. So I'm here in Shopified App. Let's click on the orders, and you can see right off the bat, I have my 3 stores here. Each store is represented by a tab. I can click back and forth. This one doesn't have any orders. This one has a few test orders that we can play with here. You also have a filter and sort where you can filter by order number, a name, email, a status, and so forth. You can actually save the filter to use later as well. Here we have our different orders. You can see these correlate with our Shopify orders. We have the name information. We have some statuses here. So this just means it's been paid in Shopify. This means it's unfulfilled. It's marked as unfulfilled in Shopify. for the whole order. And this is just a little indicator. This has nothing to do with Shopify, but this is something we implemented inside of Shopified app to let you know if you've actually went through and placed the order on AliExpress. So this helps. It's like a little reminder. So if I go through and actually place this order, this will turn to green. You can see it says order placed and then order complete. And that just lets you know that you've placed all of the orders there. So really cool. So I'll just walk you through a little bit of what's going to happen, and then we'll actually take you through the process. So when you place the order, we'll go through. Shopified app will select the variant for you. It will select the quantity. It will actually give you an option to select the shipping, or it will select the default shipping. And then it will go through and change out the address for you. It will then go through and let you, it'll get to the final screen, and at that point it will actually do this for you. It'll take the order ID for that order and place it here. You can see this is what it would look like after it's been placed, and then it actually updates the order notes. It gives you the order ID and it gives you a link to the actual order in AliExpress. So this is very, very helpful, and it does all of this automatically, so that you can see how it just saves you tons of time. So here I'm going to go ahead and just go through this for you, and I'll show you the different modes that you have. You have the step-by-step order mode, you have the auto place order, and you have the auto choose shipping. So let's just go ahead and choose the let's just do auto place order. This is going to default to either ePacket if you've selected it in your settings, or the default shipping method that's there. So I will go ahead and do this. Now, just to warn you, it can go a little fast, so you can miss some things. But I will go back. Actually, let's start out with the step-by-step. What step-by-step does is it actually goes through and it will pause after each step and let you review it and change it. So this is really good if you're just getting started with Shopified app and you just want to test it, or if you want to, you can review after each step just to make sure everything looks good. You can actually go through and change quantities. So if a customer ordered 2, but you wanted to give them a bonus or something, so you could add an extra quantity to their order, or you can change a variant if they left like an order note for you or something like that. So it's great for that. So let's go ahead and press it and see what happens. So it's going to take me to the item. It should select the variant for me, which it did, black and gold. It set the quantity to 2, and it's trying to do ePacket. Now, this will probably change because of the country that I'm ordering from, but this was the default method. So it's going to try to do that. And we're not actually shipping to the United States in this order, because this is a test order from Germany. But then I can simply just hit confirm. So I just click to continue. And this tells you what's happened up here. So this is really cool. All right, now it will actually change this address to the customer's address from that order. So you can see it's changing it here. It's going to select Germany. It changes the name, and it leaves this phone number here. And that's the phone number I had set up in my settings, because I would rather, some people like to use the customer's number. I like to use my phone number in case there's a problem with the order. The vendor or seller can call me. Okay, now it's finished this part of the process, and I basically just have to click to continue. The reason we do other payment methods is we do it for a very specific purpose. And the reason is, one, you're able to do batch orders, and this is really, really cool. I will go ahead and just show you what I mean here. So I will click place order to continue. It will take me to the final page, which is the payment page. And now it's going to take this order ID, it's going to mark it as ordered, and then it's going to fill in my notes. So if I go back over here to Shopified app, you can see it's already placed in the order ID. And if I refresh the page here, the order notes will actually be filled in. And it says order placed and then order complete, because this was the only item in this order, which is really, really cool. So all of that is done automatically for you, which is a huge time saver. All right, so let's go back over to this screen. Now, there's a little trick that some people know about, but not everybody knows about. Especially if you get lots and lots of orders and you're having to do this process over and over again, you could get a lot of these small transactions, a couple dollars, $8, and you could do this 100 different times. Well, many times your credit card company isn't going to like that, or your bank. They might not like all those similar transactions, and they may flag it as fraud. So one thing you can do to get around that is when you get to this process, simply just close out. Close out of this right here, just like this. Just click it. And now the order is still placed, but it's in what's called awaiting payment mode. Now if I go back over here and I click on my orders right here, I can go to awaiting payment mode. So these are all of the orders that are in awaiting payment. So I have these glasses, I have some of these little necklace things here. All of this is awaiting payment, and now I can actually select all of these at once, and I can simply hit pay for selected orders. And this is really cool. I can pay for all of these at once. In this case, I don't want to pay for this one because it's just a test order, but let me go ahead and cancel this for you. I can just go ahead and cancel this, and that just cancels out that order, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. And then I have a couple other test orders in here that we can play with. So I can choose this, and by default AliExpress will load 10 orders per page, so you can pay for 10 at a time. But with Shopified app, we've taken that even further. We've given you this button that says load more orders. If you happen to have over 10 orders, then go ahead and choose this, and it will load up to 100 orders per page. That means you can use this little check all button, and you can select all of the orders on that page up to 100 and pay for them all at once with one payment. So right now I only have about 3, so I will check that, go ahead and hit pay for selected orders. Go to my credit card information here, hit pay now. And just like that, they've all been paid with one payment. So instead of all those smaller payments, it was just one payment of like $14.31. So really, really cool. Now, so that's a little trick just to help avoid any type of fraud or fraud alert from your bank. It definitely helps out. All right, so at this point, you can see how fast that was. Now I'm going to go through the same process. I'll go ahead and just delete this, delete my order ID, and I'll delete my order notes because this was just a test order here. And I'll start over from the beginning. Let's refresh the page. Now I'll show you the auto place order to show you how fast this is. So I'll click on this, click on auto place order, and before I do that, I'll just show you auto choose shipping and auto place order are the exact same thing, except auto choose shipping lets you choose the shipping up front. You can see it shipping to this, and it gives me these different options. It just shows me what is available up front. Then I can just click it, and it goes through the process. So let's choose auto, and I'll just show you what it does. It's the same thing, except it just chooses the default shipping method. This can go really, really fast. It tries to show you, but it'll just fly through it, and it'll just go to the next step. So this is ideally what you can have, especially if you have your shipping method dial in. You can use this or the auto choose shipping method, and it just goes through it really fast for you. So at this point, it's done. It only took a few seconds. Now I can go back. It's put in the order ID. I can just refresh the page, shows the order notes, marked it as complete, and go to the next order. So this is great. It's something that you can do for yourself, or if you're really growing and you have lots of orders, then we have the place called sub-users. You can actually invite other users under your account to help manage your stores. This isn't for you to resell Shopified app. This is for you to bring in other team members to help manage your existing stores, which is really, really powerful and can help scale your business. And it's makes something that was once very, very hard to manage and hard to scale. It makes it definitely, it's now doable, and you can actually scale. So you can scale to thousands and thousands of orders. We have users that are processing hundreds and hundreds of orders per day with just a couple of VAs, and sometimes some of them do it themselves. So you're actually able to do that. We have an alert section, And I'm gonna go ahead and try to wrap this up because we're getting kind of long, but we have an alert section. You can actually import products from several different stores. This isn't even all the way updated. We've actually added a few more from even here. So I'll just go ahead and zoom in on this a little bit. But AliExpress, Alibaba, eBay, Amazon, Tmart, DHgate, Sammy Dress, Overstock, Banggood, Etsy, Wish, Walmart, Costco, Teaspoon, Blink, Groupon, LA Showroom, Fashion Go, and we've added a few more like Kmart. We've got some even more coming. And by the time you see this video, it might have even doubled. Who knows? We're constantly adding new catalogs that you can import products from. Now, just to clarify, these are actually sites that you can import products from. The only part that has the order fulfillment part that we just saw is AliExpress. Our goal is to add a few more, maybe eBay, maybe Amazon, but that's a work in process, and it's kind of complex, but that's the direction that we are headed. So hopefully this has just shown you, and I haven't even went over everything. There's a whole product section. There's you can manage multiple stores, and you can see all of your products here. So there's just so much to go over in this short video, and that's why we've created a whole training section. It shows all of our training videos for Shopified App. It's super easy to get started. You basically just sign in, you download the Chrome extension and sign in there. You can immediately start adding products to boards or to Shopified App to save for later, or you can add them straight to your Shopify store pretty much right out of the box. And after that, we have a video that shows you how to get set up for order fulfillment, which isn't hard at all either. We give you a link to a free 21-day Shopify trial. You can try any of these monthly plans for 14 days for free. We have, again, we have sub-users, we have product availability alerts and product price alerts. This is being upgraded as well. It may have already been upgraded by the time you see this video. We have a whole tracking section where you can see your tracking numbers for your products. And then it automatically, I didn't even get to this part, which is really cool. It automatically fulfills the order for you in Shopified App. So you can see here, some of these orders have been fulfilled already. And if I go over to this right here, watch this. You can see all of these orders right here. I didn't have to do anything. Shopified App communicated with Shopify and actually fulfilled it for me and marked it as fulfilled, and actually sent the customer an email with their tracking number. That way the customer is up to date when their order is going to be there, and all of that is done automatically. I basically just place the order and everything else is done in the background, which makes it really, really cool. So, and you have your stores. This is where you can add more than one store. Currently, we have a small charge per store. But you can add as many stores as you want. And we have a whole training section. We show you how to get started. We have a support section. We're very active on support. We have a Slack group. A Slack group is where it's basically just a team chat. So everybody is in this group. All Shopified App users are invited to this group, and you can get in there and you can participate. You can ask the community questions. I'm in there a lot. We have some other support people that are in there that's able to answer questions and point you in the right direction. For certain users, depending on which plan you have, we have what's called the US Product Database. This is a database of all products from AliExpress that ship out from the US. So if you're actually doing business to customers in the US and you want faster shipping times, then we have this whole product database here. You can actually filter, you can type in keywords like phone, hit apply, and it will bring up all the phone related products. And you can even sort by the most ordered. So you can see this one has 3,337 orders. It looks like it's a blue or some type of headphones here. Has to do with phone, or your phone. So basically some headphones for your phone, and all of these different products here, 32 pages of products in this US products database. So that's another cool feature. And we have a great support section. You can reach out to us and submit a ticket, send us an email. It's super easy. Again, we're very, very active on that. So that's an overview, a small overview of Shopified app. There's so much to this application, yet it's so easy to get started. You can try it out again for 14 days for free. Play around with it. Even just importing products is a huge time saver. If that's all you did with it was import products into your Shopify store, it's a huge time saver. And then as you dive in, you can begin to discover all of the features that make this an application that you can use for your dropshipping business. Use to manage and scale and just make your business more efficient. It just saves you time. It saves you money. So that's Shopified app. Hopefully you enjoy it. Super excited to have you test it out and to be a part of it. So go ahead and give it a free try for 14 days. You can try, if you're going to try it for 14 days, go ahead and just try out the Elite plan, which is currently our top plan. Try it out. You'll get all of the features. It's super easy to switch. There's no credit card required to try out the plans. If after that you're ready to go, then simply just enter in your billing information and you'll get to use Shopified app. And it's cancel anytime. You can change plans at any time. We try to make it as convenient as possible. We're constantly updating the platform. We're constantly taking suggestions from users to make it, to keep it as the best platform possible. We feel like currently we are the leader, the easiest platform to use, the most flexible platform to use right now, and we want to stay that way. So we're constantly updating the platform. We're constantly adding new features and taking requests, adding more stores to import products from, adding features to make order fulfillment more easy, and just to make your life as a business owner more easy. So, all right, so that's Shopified app. Thanks so much for hanging out with me throughout this entire video. I know it's been kind of long, but there's just so much to show you with Shopified app. If you have any questions, just reach out to us. You can send us an email at support@shopifiedapp.com. Thanks so much.